So it's folded together. So we have the tab there, which we're going to make sure that that folds. The more that you fold this shiny paper, this thick paper, the more you fold it, the more it has a memory of being folded. Hey everybody, check this out. So I want to go over and show you what we've been doing. We put up a couple shorts, but we're building this 1980s era speed shop, kind of like the BP speed shop in Doylestown, PA. And I want to show you where we're at. And so one of the things is we have all these other parts. Like if you check out this right here, this Sunoco model kit, right? So these are 124, 125th scale. This is an old truck. It comes with a separate engine because you can build one of three. Most of the models that we have, they come with a lot of spare parts. And I have huge boxes of spare parts or engines. If you look right here, we've got a 6-cylinder engine I built, some other racing engines. I think that's a Hemi from somewhere because I put a different racing engine in. We have all those parts. We've got all these extra manifolds and everything that over the years, I guess, we've collected that weren't used, or oil pans or headers or valve covers. So I decided we're going to go ahead and make a speed shop. And I'm using the Joe's Power Plus shop, which is a garage and shop, but we're doing a bunch of stuff. And if you want to see a lot of things of how we're doing this, go and look. We've been putting up videos about it. But what I'm showing here is all the different boxes I made. So I went online and looked up boxes. I went over to some of the auto parts shops with my camera, took pictures of, like, you know, the B&M here, speed shop, Prestone gallon things. I've made all these images, like took pictures over of the Xerox antifreeze boxes, and then I went into Photoshop. I'm really good at Photoshop, been doing it a long time, and I made boxes. So here's some of an Offenhauser. I'm sorry, not Offenhauser, Edelbrock. This is an Edelbrock manifold here. So then I printed them all up, and we have like Mr. Gasket Street scoops, like that, boxes here, and we're going to use them in this speed shop we're building. This is all 1/24. So 1/24 and 1/25 scale, pretty much almost exactly the same. You can't tell a difference in a miniature. And that scale is 2 inches. Or I'm sorry, 1 inch equals 2 feet. So 1 inch equals 2 feet. So been building a lot of stuff because here I just pulled out some of the parts. So here's like the boxes for valve covers. So if you went into a speed shop, there's a valve cover. Here's a figure that is 1/24 scale, so you can kind of see they're right scale. We even are going to put in this community news, our Little League teams, because the speed shops mostly, they'll sponsor Little League teams. So we've got a lot of decorative stuff on the walls. This is going to be based in 1980s, so we made a 1980s cash register here. There's no .com stuff anywhere because that's really what killed speed shops, was basically online. But we do have hooker headers. We've got K&N boxes. We've got Penske boxes. We've got 6-ton jack stand boxes. A lot of stuff. We've got 5-gallon jugs here of antifreeze. We've got cam too. We got so much different things, but we're even going to have, like, use some of the extra hoods that I've had in other kits. So this is painted like it's a primered fiberglass hood, so that'll be there on the wall with all kinds of stuff. We got a blower here, 671 blower with a hood scoop on it. That'll be on display. So on display on the tables, we want to have something. So like this is a box, an Edelbrock box, and we could put different, and I got different Edelbrock boxes for different models of Edelbrock, but then we can go ahead and put these manifolds in the separate boxes, put them on display on a table, whatever. But I want to show you how easy this was. So we printed this out. So I took a picture of the front and the two sides of a real Edelbrock valve cover box over at one of the parts stores. I come back, I made copy 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of it, made sure they're to scale. So about 2 feet long is about there, you know, here's a scale valve cover right here. So it's about 1 inch long. So you figure these will be a little over 1 inch long for holding those valve covers. So they're going to be about, let's say 1 inch equals 2 feet. So to scale, they're 2 feet. So what we're going to do is we just cut right here. You go through and just cut these edges open like this, like so. Now this bottom part here is for the glue, because we're going to bend this and glue it together. So take this and here. All right, so now we have all these tabs. So now how do we bend this? Let me show you. So I have a small metal T right here. As you can see, it's a small metal T, okay? And all we do, and you can take any piece of metal, I just like the T because I'm used to using it. And you can put this on here and you just put it right across the first thing there. Oh, actually, let's do it this way. A little bit over. So I can get a hold of it with my finger. Let's see if we can see it here. You can. So you see it hangs over the edge of the table a little bit. And you just bend it up onto the metal. Go to the next part that needs to be bent, next top of the next side of the box, bend it up, and the next side of this box is right there. All the sides look the same because technically they are the same because they're the same photograph. I just duplicated 4 times and put them next to each other. And right there. We'll bend that up. Okay, so now these are all bent. Now, this is a paper. I had these printed up at Staples. They have this thick, glossy paper that they don't sell, but I've used it for years for other things. And so I just bend these back and forth on here. Now, I'm not trying to tear them. I'm just trying to get a nice bend in them. Okay, so now they're bent. And if we go like this and we just square everything, see how it's going to glue. You're basically making like your own little bendable kit, but it's just paper, so it will bend easily and it will have a little bit of memory. And once this is here, like so, then what we'll do is we have glue right here, Mod Podge, which is what I use because it's fast drying, it's white glue. But before we do that, we have to trim the tabs here. So you could leave them square. The only one you have to leave square is the one that actually looks like the actual tab, the end of the box. The rest of these, I do a little bit of trimming, so they're just a little, they're not exactly square. And I do that because when you fold them, it gives you some room for error. So do that, and then we're gonna cut this straight in. And then we're going to cut this one straight in. And then we're going to cut a little angle there. And we'll do this one straight in. And we'll do this one straight in. And then here, for the ones here at the bottom, we've already cut off. So let me do this one a little bit angled in, just a tad. And that one just a tad. and a tad, and a little tad, cut right there, and cut there, and cut there. And then this one here, we just have the last cut will be right here. All right, so to see how it looks now, so if we look at, put it down here on table, you can see each one's cut a little bit. Make sure we get this little piece out that we cut. All right, so now when we fold it together, so it's folded together, so we have the tab there, which we're gonna make sure that that folds. The more that you fold this shiny paper, this thick paper, the more you fold it, the more it has a memory of being folded. So we want to get the memory as much as we can. All right, so we have that. Now when we fold these up, we're going to fold one. These are all going to be folded. So that one goes like that. That one goes like that. This one goes like this. Oop. And we've already done that one. So, and then let's do this one. And we're going to do this one. And we're going to do this one. And then these two will fold. And like I said, we want to make, so we want to fold them all in all the way to give them an actual crease. So when we close this box, they have a memory of being folded. All right. So next thing we do, take Mod Podge. All right. And we're going to take a toothpick. And this dries perfectly clear, why it's also awesome for this. So then we put some white glue on the edge of the box, and we're going to fold the box up. So we're going to put white glue right there. It's okay if you get some on your fingers, ain't going to hurt nothing. Make sure the two tabs that have the printing on them are sticking out. All the other tabs can be stuck in. So we're going to close this up. So we close it like this, get it nice and square, and then you're going to take your Q-tip and push each edge in. So we're going to put that end in right here. We'll put that one in first, then that one, then that one, and then that one. So the last one is the real one that we make sure we have some good quality glue. All right, put that there, push it down on the mat or your piece of paper so that can start drying. And at the same time, we're going to do this side. We're going to do all these edges right here. Do that one, and then do the one with the printing on it on the inside. And then let's close this side up there, there, and there. So now we're holding this. Now it feels like there's not enough glue in there. So I'm going to stick, that's why you use Mod Podge, because Mod Podge dries clear. We're going to put that right in there like that and push it back in. And we'll just hold this for a minute or two and just let it set. And then we can take this, put the lid back on if you want, or if you're going to be doing a bunch more, you can leave the lid off. And we'll just hold it, and as you can see, after a minute or two, it will stay stuck, and then you will have this one. All right, now once all the edges are glued and it's dry, then what you do is you take Mod Podge and you Mod Podge the whole box. Because by doing that, it puts like a solid coat around the whole box that doesn't have seams. And then it will stay closed. So now the nice thing with these little, if you draw, you know, you design your box and you put it out. The way I design them is like a real box, because I can keep an end open. I could put one of these in, half sticking, half out, with the flap open, and it looks like a real box, because technically it is a real box. It's just a very, very, really tiny box. So, and they're not, I mean, they're so small, you can't really tell the serial numbers or anything on them. But, you know, you get a couple of these and you stack them up, and next thing you know, you have a shop. And you have a shop where you have stacks of manifold boxes, and you've got Xerox boxes, as well as 5-gallon jugs, and you've got all kinds of stuff. The other thing is, you can also, and we have also, went to the dollar store, and they sell little bags of these squares. They're just wood squares. They look like this, and there's about 60 of them in there. They're $1.25. Spray paint them with a spray paint that looks like a cardboard box. You can use them that way. Like these here, we spray painted the same colors as the different labels. These are cardboard boxes. These we covered in, let me take this one. So like we made this a K&N shipping box with some K&N on there. And we wrapped it up with tape. This, you use masking tape like here, and that makes it look like it's wrapped in paper, you know, like a paper cardboard box. Or like we also did this one where we took an address, put an address on there, and hooker headers, labels, and that's just was shipped that way. You can even just buy, if you don't want to make the labels like I made them, then you can buy little labels like this, and you can just put them on a box that says "Gum Out." And this is basically 2 bricks glued together, 2 wood blocks glued together with a "Gum Out" sticker on top. So we have all kinds of ways to make things. Like we're going to do a magazine rack, and I went through and printed, let me show real quick, printed a ton of magazines, hot rod magazines, Chilton books. I don't know if you guys can see those, but here's all these owner manuals, and then I have them opened up to 2 pages. So have manuals, and you can have newspaper ads. So I did some newspaper ads. So we have those. We've got posters, printouts, you name it, banners, signs, everything else. You'll see more. But I kind of just wanted to show you, like I said, one of the coolest things is the little, we'll frame this. We'll take a piece of plastic, put plastic in front like it's a glass case, and then we'll make a frame out of plastic or balsa wood, and then that would be, you go into any garage or any place that builds cars or sells car parts, and they all sponsor Little League teams. So I've got a couple Little League teams here that I found on the internet, their pictures, put them on here. And so that's Little League team. So anyway, that is what we're doing today. We're getting closer, much, much closer to getting to the inside. Now I have plans. I'll show you them in another video. I just want to show you how to do these boxes. If you go to my Facebook page, my Facebook page, I actually put up all the 19 different sheets with all these kind of boxes and stuff. If you want to see them, make your own. I don't know. I put them up as a JPEG. Whether you can download them, I'm not really sure how that works. Anyway, I just figured I'd put that stuff up so you can see it. And if anybody wants to get a hold of me, you can put in comments if you think that these sheets are something. I don't know all the copyright stuff about them, so not really sure if I could sell them, but happy to put some together, whatever. Anyway, we'll figure that out down the road, but I wanted to show you this, so I'm hoping it's going to be very cool. I've done all this in about 2 days right here, all these little boxes in less than 2 days, so probably about 5 total hours of cutting them up, putting them together. And I still have all these to make. I've got everything from little boxes of EFI, Holley EFI fuel injection to, like I said, we've got stools, chairs, blowers, all kinds of stuff. All right, guys, thank you so much. I hope this is interesting. I hope you follow. We're going to do this in miniature. It's wintertime. Some of you guys are getting snow. Even here in Florida on a Saturday, it is about 59 degrees and very cool out. So this is something you could do over the winter while you have your real hot rod in the garage. Build a model of it. Build a little hobby garage if you want. There's so much stuff you'll see, and I'm trying to show you how to do it very, very inexpensively. So super inexpensive to do what I'm doing right now. All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next time.